Hi, and welcome back to another recipe at thecheatingcook.com. Today, it's going to be, in light of all the recent dishes, I'm going to cook beef gyozas. This is really simple. It's not exactly the most healthy thing out there, but it's quick and it's good. So, you can do that once in a while. What we have here are beef gyozas and chicken gyozas. Gyozas are nothing more than dumpling skins. And with that, they stuff with meat, and these are already pre-cooked, so it's very easy. You can buy this at the market. Asian market's preferable. It's a lot cheaper. It's about $3 to $5. So first thing you have to do is you have to get a pan full of oil. Make sure it's hot. I'm actually going to cook this with asparagus today. Asparagus, depending on the size of it, if you can overcook it really quickly. They say basically like 2 minutes, but since this asparagus is smaller, it's only going to be 1 minute. First thing we're going to do is we're going to basically sear both sides of the dumplings first. So I'm going to raise the heat a little bit. Make sure there's enough oil. And place it in. You don't want to just toss this entire thing in. Because it might splash out at you. If you do, be careful. Okay. While that sizzling is, if you hear that sizzling, that's a good sign. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get the asparagus here, and we're going to just toss it in. And literally, this is going to cook for a minute. So we see how it's 7:59 there. We're going to wait until it hits around 8. Roughly, it's going to be a minute or a little more than that. We'll wait until 8:01. The thing about asparagus is easily overcooked. You don't want it to be too limp. You still want it to have its strong green color. Here we're browning each side of the dumpling. What's nice about this is you don't have to worry about not cooking it enough. Alright, actually this, after a really intense boil, even though it's about a minute, it's kind of when we started, I'm going to remove this and I'm going to drain this. I'm going to let that rest a little bit. Now back to the dumpling. See here, I'll take one out. The end has to begin to char a little bit, so we want to make sure it has that nice brown char. That's how most restaurants do it. You can eat dumplings with your soup. You can eat it with your soup. All you have to do is toss it right in. So I'm going to continue searing this, and I'm going to sear the other side, and we'll come back to this one very last simple thing to do with this. Okay, we're back. You can see how this nice brown sear. Now according to directions, what we're going to do is we're going to add enough water to cover the base of it, and we're going to cover it. You can hear that sizzling. What this is going to do is you're going to cook the steam. It's going to cook the remainder of the dumplings. So let's go to our last step, and let's do some plating. So here we have some asparagus. The bottom of the asparagus is sort of rough, so I took a scissor, cut this off. Next thing, we need a dipping sauce, so we can get some soy sauce. I'll have some brown rice, and this will be the eventual finished plating for this. So meanwhile, let's move this to our to the plating area. So whenever you have guests over, I don't really talk too much about plating. To me, I like to keep it very simple. I'm an IKEA-ish type person. Something that's simple and elegant often does. Bright, anything that, whenever you eat anything, you typically, just like on how we like things that are vibrant and bright, the same thing should be said for your vegetables and the colors of what you're serving. Let's take a look at this. You can see we're going to just evaporate the rest of the steam off. I'm going to turn it up slightly. The only thing you have to be careful is make sure when the steam is done when the water has evaporated, that you keep track of the water content, because if there's no more water, you're going to burn the rest of your dumplings. So other things you can do with this are, you can substitute this with peanut sauce or any type of sauce you like. Soy sauce is pretty much the traditional. Some Chinese like to eat it with vinegar, like my roommate. So I'm going to take a final look at this. Okay. And when you take a look at this, you want to sort of press against it, see if it's done. Here, I'm going to turn it up a little bit. So, in about a minute or so, let's just grab our plate. Now a lot of the water is evaporated. I'm going to take a couple out for plating purposes. And we'll pump up the last one. You didn't see that. So that's about it. This is your meal. It's very simple. Something you get in a restaurant, honestly. And I would definitely suggest buying gyozas. It's one of those backup food stuff. Have fun. Enjoy.